We back. We're here. Yeah, so last episode we were talking about fuckboy season. And like we willed them into existence or something because it's their season. We didn't will them. They were on the way. Yeah, they were just in hiding. But we were talking like probably a couple episodes ago about this one guy that like we were talking back and forth, and then he dropped off the face of the earth for a month, and then a month later is like WYD, and I was like,
and you're like, what happened?
Where were you? Yeah, and then he didn't reply. He's back. He's back, and he was
but he hasn't, but like, let me just get this straight. He hasn't replied to the what happened to you, but now he's back saying.
He's back again.
What is he saying this time?
I don't know the exact text. Maybe I could pull it up. But in a nutshell, it was something to the effect of, "Oh, hey, how you been?" Oh, here it is.
It's like, what happened to you?
Oh, no. So the original text when he came back a month from the first time was like, "Good morning. I hope you're having an amazing day." And I said, "What happened to you?"
Yeah.
Fast forward. What month are we in? April? Fast forward 3 months later.
Yeah.
Almost 3.5 months later, he just writes WYD. Didn't we just talk about the WYD text?
It's
like just dropping them out of nowhere. And it was almost 11 p.m. I literally was like, it's always 11 p.m. on a random weekday.
For some reason, like 11 p.m. is the magic number. Like no matter what.
The magic fuckboy time.
I don't know if that's like, it's just early enough to like hit a girl up, but just late enough to know that you're not like trying to pursue them in any way, shape, or form except for like in a sexual
capacity.
way.
Yeah.
Right? So should we just, now when they text at 11, maybe we should be like, this is some fuckboy shit.
Well, I kind of was like, when he said WYD, I just wrote, "You're irritating." And then I put,
well, how many months has it been?
It's been 4 months almost.
Yeah.
So I just put, "You're irritating." And then I was like, who honestly writes to someone every couple months and thinks that this is an exchange worth continuing? We're strangers.
Yeah.
And he didn't reply again. And I guess I'll hear from him 3 months from now at
He'll
11 p.m. on a fucking
WYD.
weekday. And he's going to say WYD, and I'm going to be like, bro, are you good?
Yeah.
No,
Are you mentally well?
I'm not even going to reply at that point, but
I think he needs to be blocked.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then again,
but it's kind of entertaining.
It's, like,
it's for the plot. Like, I want to see if he continues.
Yeah.
I'm like how
if
long
like
can he
4
keep
months
this
later
up?
he does it again and you're like, what is going on? Very bizarre.
It's definitely mental illness, mate.
Not normal. Not normal. Speaking of not normal, what was the lore that we learned with RFK Jr. Recently?
Dude, the reason why this came up for me, like, because this wasn't on my radar at all, I was like, somebody shared something about, like, some kind of political thing, but it was kind of funny. Like, like my Temu.
You have to laugh about it now or you're just going to cry.
Like the Temu ship captain getting brutalized while he's trying to like cross the Strait of Hormuz.
It's the Cutler Beckett scene when he's walking in Pirates of the Caribbean and there's just explosions all around him in the slow-mo.
So it was that, but I was scrolling through the Rolodex of like comedic memes, and one of them was like 2 raccoons at a computer. And they're like, let's see what RFK is up to. And it's just the other raccoon going. So I was like, so I literally had to Google RFK raccoon to see what the hell was going on. And nothing could have prepared me. Nothing could have prepared me for what happened.
Well, it's funny because I knew about it and you tried to like mention it in passing. And I'm just like, yeah, like, didn't he cut off like a dead raccoon's penis and like take it home to study? Just like very like, nonchalant, and you're like, what the hell?
But the thing is, like, so remember when you said that JD Vance fucked his couch?
Yeah,
and like
it's fake.
And it was fake, and you're like, it's in his book?
I still don't think it's fake. You don't get a rumor like that out of like it's
too specific.
Yeah, you know.
But the irony of the raccoon penis thing is this is in fact in RFK's book. This is in his book, like as a fact. And I'm like, honestly, the JD Vance couch thing isn't as bad as the raccoon penis thing, I think.
It's not normal. We'll say that. It's definitely like, so I guess he found a dead raccoon during a family
There's
vacation.
a family vacation with his kids in the car.
With his kids in the car, and he's like, I need to. Okay, so what did he have? Just like a knife ready to cut off the penis? Why not just take the whole raccoon home? Maybe he took the raccoon home and then cut off his penis?
No,
but
he
I
said
think
he was in the road cutting the penis off. He said it.
Yeah, so it's uncomfortable, but it's like, see, it's like, it seems like he's like obsessed with like dead animals. Like, didn't he like, he severed off a whale's head once again. He's ruining all the family vacations.
Yeah, family vacation.
They're like, dad's at it again. Like,
apparently he tied the whale head to the top of the car, and it was so nasty, like the smell, that the kids were like complaining about it. And then there's like whale juices like from the head, like falling down, leaking down into the car. And they're all freaking out. And he's like, I got to bring this back to look at it. And like, what?
It's some Dahmer shit. It's not like stable, like maybe like for science, but I'm like, it's just, I don't know. It should be illegal to be doing that shit. Like, you know, it's like you can't like, what is it called when it's like something of a corpse when you like do something wrong after somebody dies?
Yeah,
it's like
desecration.
Yeah, animals should get some respect too. I mean, like cutting
Didn't
off
he
raccoon's
also-
penis after he dies is kind of disrespectful.
It's crazy. And then he
No
said
matter
he
how you
like
slice
he
it.
skinned a bear cub.
Literally.
Oh my god. So then he was saying he like skinned a bear cub with like his college friends or something.
Attempted to. But it like went awry. So they had to make it
They're
look like an
trying-
accident.
That's what they said. They're like, we have to make it look like it got hit by a car or something.
Was it like some kind of ritual? Why are they skinning the bear?
My thing is, why are you like, to me, if you're volunteering this information, you have done way worse.
Yeah.
And like they tried to confront him on it, like he's walking by and a reporter is like, hey.
This is like when he's in passing or
Yeah,
something?
he's like in passing walking by and he's like, hey, RFK, whatever happened to the raccoon penis? And he just like kind of goes
like in his Jabba the Hutt laugh.
keeps walking, and I'm like, there's so much more to that story. There has to be, like, that laugh was like, you like, and the look on his face, you're like, I don't even want to know.
It's not normal. It's
the
not normal.
extent.
And it's like, you know, when like murderers like start like killing people, it's like they started with animals. To me, that's that behavior that he's doing, even if he wants to like mask it as I'm studying the dead bodies, that's some weird fascination with death. And it makes me think that he might be some like a sociopath. I don't think that's normal.
It's a little
This is the
strange.
guy that's the head of the health department. He's cutting off raccoon penises and hanging away. Also on like just unsanitary in general.
Yeah.
Like I guess you had to just get your car detailed after you decided to do that. And I think that's traumatizing for your children.
This could be probably thinking too deeply in it, maybe. But I do this sometimes. We do this sometimes.
Yeah.
As a whole. I'm trying to think of like, did he just like cut it off and he just has it in his hand while he's driving?
Did he have it in a little
does
plastic
he have
baggie?
like does he have stuff in his card like that he deals with this stuff? Like does he have like a little crime scene kit, like a little tweezers in a
Or was
bag?
it like a normal family vacation and he's like, oh, we got to empty this bag of leftover food so I can put my raccoon penis in it.
Or like a water bottle? He has like an empty water bottle.
Yo, to be a fly on the wall, like to be one of those kids, because I'm trying to imagine like that being my dad. And and then I guess you just get used to it. Like you're like, he's at it again.
He's at it again.
But like, how traumatizing could it be that you just see your dad like hacking away at a whale? Like that's not like an easy feat to chop off a
Apparently-
whale head.
Also, this was like on the news, like a whale carcass like comes up on shore and,
And it's
he
got-
sees this and he goes, we gotta go, kids, rally. And he's running like literally Liz, like, I need to do this. It seems like some
I
kind
don't
of
think you can. I think there's that might be illegal. I don't know.
It seems like an itch that he needs to scratch. And I'm not really sure. Because, like, wouldn't you be like, see it on the news and be like, oh, that's weird. Like
even
that's
and
crazy.
as the wife.
And he's like, looks at his like watch and he's like, the day is young. It's only 3 miles away. Let's go, kids.
Imagine if you're dating somebody or you're married to somebody and they start like showing you their true colors, like doing this. I'd be like, I need to call a divorce lawyer immediately. What is going on?
I don't know.
It's gonna make your kids weird too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know how young they were when this was going on. But fucking around with raccoon penises is just bizarre.
Dude, it's literally crazy.
And it's just like, I guess it's like we're just gonna gloss over it and act like it's normal.
We're just gonna gloss over it because they read the Bible. Because they read the Bible and they're Christian, so it's okay.
Yeah. Speaking of reading the Bible. Trump reads the Bible. I guess that means he's a good guy, right?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Trump read the Bible on, I guess, like, I don't know, it's a new thing they're doing. Like, to try to gaslight us into thinking that he's like a good person and a real Christian.
I don't know if it was like, I almost think it was like he was trying to do like quality control because he did the crazy like AI photo of him posing as Jesus. So maybe he's like, oh, I made the Christians mad, so now I got to read the Bible to compensate for the fact that I portrayed myself as Jesus Christ. And then it's like, the thing that bothers me is like, we kind of forgot about the sacrifice. Look, I'm not religious. I would kind of think the Jesus thing is funny, but if you're Christian, it's a no. It's like a non-negotiable. Like, you don't do that shit.
But the Christians are negotiating on it.
And I'm like seeing that just like as an outsider. If I like Donald Trump, I would probably laugh at it. But the Christians were mad. They were like, this isn't cool, which is normal. Then he reads the Bible and they're kind of like, oh, he read the Bible. It's all good now.
Well, I think that you're kind of on the nose, but I think it's also a little bit like, I think that when the Jesus image came out, people were like even on the right, like on a very public platform, you had conservatives being like, or maybe ex-conservatives, I don't know, people that used to be MAGA were like, maybe he's the Antichrist. And I think that Trump was like, fuck, now they know. Now I have to go read the Bible? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? How embarrassing. But also, it's like, to me, the Jesus thing is tame compared to all the things that he's doing. So when the Jesus outrage was happening, I was like, he did, like, I don't know, like a year ago, pose himself as a picture of the Pope, which to me is sacrilegious as well. And
they don't like this Pope, bro. Because he's not co-signing a war.
Well, that also seems like a really inappropriate time to be posing yourself as Jesus when you're fighting with the Pope. It's just not like, but it's not shocking to me. Like, everybody's like the shock and outrage, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, we're locking up Americans and doing crazy shit to like actual living human beings. I mean, he poses himself as Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's offensive, but it's not off brand. Yeah. You know, it's on brand.
He's also doing a cover up of like of child rape.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to cover this up and brush it under the rug and not talk about it.
Yeah, and so he had like that court case of him, like, you know, doing whatever, like raping a 13-year-old. And I'm like, it just like, you know. Allegedly. And I was like, well, when you're accused of doing that, it's like being sanctimonious kind of loses its luster a little bit. And people are like, what are you talking about? What did he do? And I'm like, okay. I can't convince you otherwise, but... Yeah. He can do no wrong.
But anyway, he goes on there and it's like, the whole thing was weird. Like, because I thought he was going to be reading it like out of the Bible, but he's like looking at a teleprompter. And he's got like, they couldn't have picked a worse verse because, like, not for nothing, this man generates a lot of spit. And he's up there trying to say Solomon, like one of the first words he's trying to say. And he's like, Solomon.
Solomon. Do it.
Solomon. It's like, what the fuck is his name? Adam Sandler doing the Chalamet. It's just weird. Like, bro, like, chill. So he's doing that, and he's like, Solomon, he's talking about the house and building this house and whatever. And I'm like, I can only, for some reason, the whole time, I'm like, he's fucking talking about this fucking ballroom again. Like, I'm like, for some reason, I'm equating it to Trump's, like, brain. And
because
I'm like,
he's talking about the house that he's building.
Yeah. I'm like, he can't let this fucking ballroom shit go.
He's gotta have a Bible verse that parallels to his building of the ballroom to justify is that God must want me to do this.
And also he's like a house of like sacrifice and shit.
But didn't they halt like the ballroom for like legal
so
purposes?
A judge halted
it.
I think it was on April 16th. He halted it, and Trump went on Truth Social and like started freaking out. But in the freak out, he starts explaining what the ballroom is. And he's like, you don't understand. Like, now every future president is going to be deprived of this beautiful ballroom that's not only a ballroom, it also is complete with bulletproof steel, like drone resistant, like roofing. It has a hospital inside of it. It has a bunker, a bomb shelter. And he's going off about all these things. And I'm like, reading it, and I'm like, should we be concerned? Are we going to be under attack?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does he know something we don't know? Because why is a ballroom equipped with all this
bulletproof weaponry?
It doesn't sound like a ballroom. It sounds like a bomb shelter for politicians.
Yeah, right, like a shelter. Like don't they already have that in the White House?
I don't know.
They have like a bunker that you can go to,
and then it's going to have a hospital inside, which I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. But if anyone watched the Sasha Riley thing, which this is all alleged, it's all alleged. But if they're going to be, okay, we're just going to rip the Band-Aid off. If they're going to be assaulting children in this ballroom, and doing these sacrifices or whatever they were doing, and then, you know, Trump gets a fucking pull up his ass and his asshole gets ripped to his fucking scrotum, and he needs to be helicoptered to a hospital. He won't need to be.
It's all in-house.
It's all in-house. And then it's full service.
That's insane. But it's weird
but
that
anyway,
my brain went to that too.
Yeah, it's all alleged though, guys. It's all alleged. Don't take that for fact. And if you want to watch those files, you can. It's just like, it could be true, it could be fake.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt.
But I believe him. It's a little too specific. It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of sexual assault, always speaking of speaking of which, Ruby Rose came out against Katy Perry, right? And saying that I think it was Katy Perry was kind of talking shit on, didn't she talk shit on Justin Bieber's Coachella set? She talked shit on somebody.
Who?
I forget what it was.
Who did?
Katy Perry. And Ruby Rose said in the post, she sexually assaulted me 10 years ago. Who gives a fuck what she thinks? That's what caused the whole thing to blow up.
I think when I read what she said, I want to look up what she said, because I think when I read it, I was like,
this fake news? Because I'm always the fake news is getting out of control.
She's fake news susceptible.
I'm not fake news susceptible. I'll just if it's like a celebrity thing, I don't take much into reading into it unless it's completely outrageous or if it's a direct tweet out of their mouth.
I think she did say something. I think that,
but it wasn't that deep.
Oh, because he was playing his performances in the background, his old YouTube videos. He was playing them. She said, "Thank God he has YouTube Premium. I don't want to see no ads."
Yeah, that's not that. That's
more like a dad joke. Like, it's a joke. She's just
that's more like a dig on YouTube than on Justin himself.
Yeah, I just don't even think it's a dig. I think it's just a joke.
Yeah, and then she said, "Who gives a fuck what she thinks?" And then it started the spiral of her announcing that she did this all on Twitter, which that's your decision if that's what you want to do. That's fine. But I don't know. It's on brand for Katy Perry. I don't know if I can't say that I fully believe it because I wasn't there. I didn't I have no idea.
She seems like she likes to touch people.
She seems that way, and she seems like a lot, and it seems like that night in general may have involved a lot of alcohol. And we know that Ruby Rose wasn't sober either.
Yeah, they were all wasted.
They were all
according
trashed.
to the either I think it was a security that worked there or the guy that owns it. I don't know, but he came out with a statement.
Yeah, no excuse. I mean, if you're trashed, you shouldn't be waving your. I don't even know what she did. She waved her vagina in her face or something.
She said that she was laying on her friends, like she didn't feel good because she was drinking, so she's her friend's seated, and she's on like a bench and laying her head in her friend's lap, which I'm trying to figure out where this is happening in a club, maybe in a section, like 'cause it's a club, right?
You're probably sitting in like a VIP
And
section
then
or
apparently
something, away from people.
She like rubbed her vagina on her face.
Which is insane. Like, you just don't do
and
that.
And she said she started projectile vomiting everywhere.
She made it seem like she projectile vomited at her vagina, but I think it was just she was so sick from being drunk. Is the vibe I got.
I'm like, I mean,
maybe I would.
I mean, I don't know.
If I already didn't feel good
like
and that happened,
I mean,
I'd be like, whoa.
I'm trying to imagine and be like, if
I
was assaulted,
projectile vomiting on her vagina.
If I was assaulted, would I projectile vomit? I guess in a certain circumstance, you could.
You never know, but
I really
also. It seemed like they were sitting.
Tomato.
It seemed like they were sitting together. Did they go to the event together? Are they friends? Were they chilling with each other?
Well, from what I read, the guy that was like the witness said they came together. You got to think this is years ago, though.
Yeah,
so he did say they came together.
Recall?
And also, like, didn't Ruby Rose say something to the effect of like, I was silent about it because she was helping pay for my like visa or something? Or
yeah,
immigrant?
she wasn't like a citizen at the time. She was trying to get her papers or something, and she was like helping her with it because I'll help you with becoming a citizen. But the only thing for me is don't do that. Even if you're messing around with your friends, maybe just don't sexually assault them. Like, even if it's a joke, like but it seemed like if they were together, they were friends. But what are you doing? Are you that wasted that you're like, I'm just gonna, I don't know. It just seems odd. Maybe she was attracted to Ruby Rose. I'm so confused.
This is such a tough topic because you can't really touch sexual assault. Like, you can't touch it. But I'm trying to envision, like, maybe there were mixed messages. Maybe they were like flirtatious. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying nothing justifies putting your vagina on someone who's nearly passed out drunk on their face. That's diabolical.
But then it's like Ruby Rose is saying all this online, and then Katy Perry goes to sue her for $1 million. I'm like, does Ruby Rose have that kind of, like, is she gonna, I don't think she could win even if she wanted to. I don't think she has the bankroll. Maybe she does.
I don't know.
But I'm like, I don't know if it's a fight you can win.
I mean, if she has proof, she can win.
Yeah. If she has proof, I guess.
If she has proof, she's saying that she can, she even said, sue me if it's not true or something like that. And
oh, yeah, she said she had a bunch of people that can corroborate it too, I thought. She's like, there were other people that night. We'll figure it out.
Her friend was there. She did say that, but yeah, I mean, I had a similar situation when we went out. What year? It had to be decades.
We had to be
decades. I don't
know.
know. We were 21, right?
A decade ago.
A decade ago,
at the least.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I went to like 22. It was like a fancier show, right? But it was a band. It was like almost like
it was a rock band, but it was like kind of swanky vibes at like a banquet hall.
Yeah.
And it was kind
of cool. The idea behind it, look, we did the twin thing.
It was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. But it was like, and like I remember
and you had to dress kind of like swanky. Like you had to wear like a dress.
Yeah. So I remember the dress. It was like a little like maroon like velvet top or something, and then it like flared out. And we didn't go out a lot at the time. We were freshly 21, so we weren't outside.
And I was going to all like the bands because I was newly working.
And she was
at
like,
the guitar
"You should
store,
come
and I was
with
like,
me.
"You should come with me. Let's go to this show."
So we go to the show, and I don't know. I can't use names, right? But I go there, and there's the lead singer is there with. Like, is it the friend of his girlfriend that's there that's like acting unhinged, or is it his girlfriend?
She's just kind of like the friend of the band, I would say. Like the band knew her from going to all the shows.
So she's like a
and
groupie.
I think she dated the drummer at the time, or the bass player at the time.
Yeah.
She dated somebody, the bass player at one point, but I don't think they were dating then. I think she was just there because she knew
so she's
all of
there
them.
because she knows everybody. And she's sloshed. Like, she's wasted, probably on drugs, too. Was given drugs.
She was doing the most.
She was doing way too much. But anyway, at one point...
And she was probably, like, I want to say realistically, we're 21. She was probably in her, like, mid-30s.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Mid-30s at least.
At least.
I'm thinking like 40s. But it could have been all the drug and alcohol abuse.
But she looked older. And I think that also when you're 21, everybody looks older. So I'm trying to give her a little bit of grace. And some of the people in the bands, they were older.
Yeah.
Like the guitar player, like now we still know him. He's our friend and he's older than us. So she probably was in their age group, which I want to say was like mid-30s.
Okay.
But she did look old.
Yeah.
To us.
Yeah. So
once again.
She was like doing the most. And then at one point, I remember her like grinding on my lap, like dancing on my lap. And then she turns to me and she's like, I'm not wearing any underwear. And I literally was like, ew. And like she gets up and I'm like, I don't want this bitch's snail trail on my dress.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I literally have to throw out this dress.
Yeah.
Like I don't know this girl and she's like wiping her cooch on me. Like
she was wearing a short dress. She was wearing a short
literally was wearing like
and
one
she's
of the
like
tube
kind of lifting it when she's like grinding on you and I was like
like I could have went my entire
but
life.
I think I met her before because I think I turned to you and went, yep, that's blah blah blah. Like I said her name. Like I knew that she acted like that.
No, you warned me before we even got there that she was gonna be doing a lot. But I didn't anticipate it. Like I was like, oh my God.
And it's funny because like we were drinking too, but not a lot. But I remember I was drinking that night and I remember no amount of alcohol was making me comfortable with that.
No.
So,
and I also remember being
we
like,
should stand in solidarity with Ruby Rose because
and I do remember not projectile vomiting, but
wanting to,
right? But thinking about it,
totally
like
understood.
definitely probably threw up in my mouth a little bit.
But it's like also when you're like young and you're inexperienced, like it is a totally different.
It's jarring.
It's a little bit jarring because you never dealt with somebody like that. And just because it's a woman doesn't mean it's not sexual assault. Like I remember we went to a karaoke bar and I was like standing at the counter trying to get my drink and a woman like grabbed my ass and I turn around thinking it was a guy, but still was like, what the fuck? And she was like, oh, it's okay. I like girls. I'm a woman. And I was like, that's just as offensive. You don't grab strangers that you don't know. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just a little too fitting for Katy Perry.
Yeah. It seems like on brand.
And then, what's her face?
Anna
Kendrick said she finger banged her cleavage. She was saying it like it was funny, but...
Yeah. So that's what I mean. She just seems like she's a touchy-feely person, and I don't know. Not that
finger banging cleavage and shoving your bare vagina in somebody's face is not the same thing, though. Even if you're
similar.
It's
assault.
Inappropriately touching somebody, yes, but I
don't know, man. It's a rough world out here. That's all I know.
But remember when the Katy Perry was getting a bunch of heat and we were trying to defend her, we're like, come on, just give her like the benefit of the doubt. It's not looking good for her, honestly. And I'm like, maybe she is a piece of shit.
Yeah, maybe she is.
I don't know her. So like maybe after all this, like, we don't know this person. We're trying to it's like the record just keeps getting worse and worse. So it's like, sorry, girl, you don't got the best track record going on. So like people are going to fall out. Unless you're a crazy fan. I'm not a crazy fan. Like, I could go either way.
I guess the crazy fans would justify it. They'd be like, yeah, it's cool.
They're like, go get her, girl, sue her. And
like when we were watching that Michael Jackson documentary and they're like trying to be, they got like the dumbest fans in the world to like be like, no, I don't think he did that. And they're like, why? And they're like, just can't see it, man.
Just couldn't see it. I couldn't even, the one guy said, I couldn't even see Michael Jackson having sex. Which I thought was kind of funny because I'm like, can you really? I can't see it.
Yeah. And
because he just seemed like he was like a little like maybe almost like an asexual kind of character.
Yeah.
But he has kids.
Yeah, but there's some
people are like,
there's some debate on that. They're not really his biological
He never had sex with that woman. They're not his biological children. We can go down the rabbit hole if we want, but the man probably had sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with kids.
I mean, Watching the
No.
documentary, it's not looking good, allegedly, but it's not looking good.
I don't know. I had mixed feelings on the documentary, but we didn't finish it.
We also are watching the part 2. We're not even watching the real thing.
Yeah, we fucked up.
We fucked up and chose the wrong thing. But when they said the cancer patient that was the kid accused him, I went, that's enough for me.
The cancer patient, yeah, that one sent me a little bit.
I was like,
where I was like, ooh, not the cancer patient, bud.
That's enough. And it's like, I don't know. It's not enough.
But maybe he needed money for his chemotherapy.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Redacted.
It's not enough for me to only a Sith deals in absolutes. But it's enough for me to be like, first I was on the fence and now I'm leaning towards, yeah, he probably did that shit. But I was trying to stay away from the documentaries for the longest time because I just didn't. It's fucked up, but I didn't want Michael Jackson to get ruined for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, it's probably not going to ruin the music for me, but it is going to, like, I never was that diehard of a Michael Jackson fan for it to get tainted anyway. It's the same thing with Katy Perry. Like, I don't like the person.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like the song? Maybe. But it's like, I don't know. I never get super attached to celebrities that way.
Yeah, except like Hosier.
Hosier can do no wrong.
We find out.
We finna find out. If Hosier gets canceled, I will hang myself. That's what I said about James Franco. He got canceled.
That one. Yeah, it's a low blow.
And that part. But yeah, I didn't hang myself. I was like, yeah,
obviously,
all right,
you're here.
A dude doing disgusting dude things again.
Yeah.
Way to disappoint.
Well, we were also watching, we haven't like finished it. So like speaking of dudes doing disgusting things, we haven't finished it, but we're watching the Mormon documentary, like where the girl's like infiltrating and
False
she's like,
prophet.
Yeah, and she's like trying to like get him essentially.
Dude, the girl's badass.
Dude, I love this lady.
She's like an older lady wearing like hot pink.
Yeah.
And she's just like, she comes across a little kooky, but in the best way.
Yeah.
No, it's like an older lady that wears like bright clothing and is like, yeah, I'm a documentary. She's like
thick
artsy,
framed glasses that are hot pink. But she goes in there and like we find out like that he's like, the same thing that all cult leaders are doing. We're like, why does it always come to this? Like, why do cult leaders always have to start banging kids?
Yeah, it's like,
I think I'm just sick of the world. I'm going to be honest. Like, because when that came out of my mouth, I got pissed. I'm like, why is everyone banging kids?
It's also just
it's
like
an epidemic.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where like, I mean, it's been a problem, right? But now it's just like becoming more and more in our faces. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, we knew pedophilia was like bad, but I didn't know it was this fucking bad.
Yeah.
And it's like getting to the point where this guy in this documentary is just kind of talking about it like it's normal because he thinks he's like a servant of God. And honestly, the guy seems a little slow. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him, but like he's like mouth breathing and he's like, when he says that he's a prophet of God, he's like so like, I almost am like, I believe that he believes this, right?
Yeah, but you know what creeps me out is the mouth breathing, the slow blink, and the fact that his face is like in the middle and it's like just like there's just like
it's just
this
like
round
it's the face
it's like
swimming in a sea of skin.
Exactly.
And it's just like
this
why?
tiny face.
And it's always the frumpiest, weirdest looking dudes that are running these cults. And it pisses me off to no end because these women don't know any better. And then they have kids and then the kids don't know any better because they're just in this bubble of just no critical thinking. No, like this is God's will, which is so bizarre. It would never be God's will. And how could you witness that as an adult woman and be like, this is God's will, but you were brainwashed. So you can't put it on them.
But you're brainwashed, but then like part of you like
is probably like, this isn't right.
Well, there's like the woman that's coming out now and being like, we're at the part where she's like kind of like helping with like the FBI investigation. And she's being like, I never wanted to give my daughters up. I knew it was wrong. And I'm like, I guess there's like a fear there where you're like,
something like because there's a religious aspect to it too, and you think that he's some type of prophet, even though you think giving your daughters away is wrong. I think she still believes that he was some type of prophet in the beginning, and then it got tainted. And so she thinks God's going to retaliate in some fashion, or this man's going to retaliate in some fashion. But the thing for me is, like, the guy is gross, right? And it's like the guy, although I do believe that he believes what he's saying, I think there comes to a point where he's like, okay, now that I'm in a position of power, even though I believe I'm a prophet, I'm going to take advantage of that and I'm going to be a creep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he actually thinks that this stuff that he's doing aligns with God.
There's no way.
It's just something about, I'm a man in power, and he views women
And I know I'm going to get away
and
with
girls
this.
as commodities, which is also a large portion of the problem, because I guess his teaching is that the women belong to him in some capacity.
Yeah.
And we're not even viewing the women as people at this point. It's just like people, like things to serve him.
Yeah.
And they don't even have their own brain or capacity to make a choice in the matter. It's just really, it's really gross. It's fucking
it's
really gross.
dark.
But this woman's a G because she was like, went through something similar where she was manipulated by a dude, and she was like, I'm going to go in as like a fake friend and film all this.
Yeah. And see
then
if I can get them to trust
befriend-
me.
Befriend the guy and, see if she can get them to trust him, and then slowly feed information to police. Which it's like, yeah, because with a cult, they don't really do anything. Even if one girl went over and went, this is happening, we tend to not believe women or be like,
you would need several.
he'll get a slap on the wrist and this is all just hearsay and all that. But yeah, the guy's nasty. But it's like, why are they always weird looking?
And why does he look like he's giving, like, for some reason, to me, it's like he looks like Chris Christie, like the ex-New Jersey governor.
Yeah. Very
was like,
similar.
definitely.
Wearing like the most heinous leather jacket I've ever seen.
Oh my God,
It
I
looked like he bought it in like the woman's plus size like section in Torrid.
Just a
It
man.
looks like a woman's jacket.
I'm sorry. He should have never. A man of his size in a tight white leather jacket.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the fat guys wearing skinny jeans. You just don't touch it. You just don't do it. It's like fucking vile, bro. It's just on so many levels.
Also, we got to cover this real quick. The outrage on Euphoria with the Sydney Sweeney thing and the diaper lady or whatever.
Look, everybody's mad at Sydney Sweeney, so they're just going to be mad at everything she does for the rest of her life. And Euphoria is offensive.
Okay, so hear me out.
It's been offensive since
It's been
season
offensive,
1.
but does a part of you think that the people that liked the Gene ad and liked Sydney Sweeney and the Gene ad had never seen Euphoria, and they're like, let's turn this on and support the blonde chick with the big boobs because we liked her.
The blonde Nazi, just in case.
Yeah, because we liked her in the American Eagle ad, and then they realized it's like this show of like debauchery.
Yeah, it's like sexual deviant
and they're
shit.
like, oh my God, what the heck?
Where
Going
have you
on?
been? Well, it's also,
did you miss the first 2 seasons?
It's also the feminine revolution or whatever. Feminists are getting mad at it too, I think, because they're like, why is she dressing that way? Why is this happening?
Don't they
Why?
like that?
But I'm like, also, her dressing as a baby and doing the OnlyFans
Oh,
shit?
the baby thing. Yeah, so the baby thing did weird me out at first until I watched it, and that I was like, not that it's not weird, it's weird. That's the whole point of it being in the fucking show, is them being like, this is crazy that you're doing this. But like, there are people in a diaper play.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
But it's also
It's
like,
supposed to show the outrage.
where have you been? This show has been insane since the beginning. Like, Nate's dad was railing Jules in the ass in season 1 or something. And Sydney Sweeney was having orgasms on the carousel when she was high on ecstasy. Like, it's not like you haven't watched the show, clearly, if you're getting outraged by a clip you saw in a commercial.
And like, to me, like, her doing the OnlyFans thing is like, yeah, that's on brand for her character.
Because she's constantly trying to get attention and validation from people. And then there's a scene where Rue and the girl with the big lips, I forget what her name is in the show, but she's they're like swallowing like balloons, like drug balloons.
Oh yeah, you did.
And
we
it's
talked
really
about this.
disgusting and gross, and they're like spitting and like and they're like, I can't believe
It's just
that
gross.
that Sam Levinson would do this, because the girl with the big lips is like slobbering all over her arm, and it looks pornographic if your brain would go there. But the only reason
My brain
why
didn't. I was just disgusted.
the only reason why my brain went there is because she's a porn star.
Yeah, but then she's also getting railed in the next episode. She's getting back shots in the next episode.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm like, okay,
this-
yeah,
She makes money this way, though. So they're like, "Oh my God, she's on this episode doing this crazy."
She does.
spit
She
thing."
does.
And I'm like,
That's what she
That's what
does.
she does to make money, and she's probably getting paid way more an episode of Euphoria than she is on her OnlyFans page or whatever the heck
Yeah.
she has.
And
I
she's-
haven't done any research
honestly,
on her.
she probably was like, I'm going to spit all over my arm and I'm going to really do it up. She
Yeah.
probably was like, this is my element, bro.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah. And she's willing to do. It's a woman willing to put herself in that position. He didn't make her do that.
Also,
shit.
people were outraged by the first episode where Sydney's in the dog outfit and she's on a leash.
To me, it's
Like, don't act like you never wanted your bitch on a leash before.
have you never heard of puppy?
Jesus Christ. I'm just kidding. I don't fuck with that shit, but I'm just like, don't people do that? Isn't that why furries are a thing? That's a thing, right?
Like people wear tails and they like walk around and pant and they're like got their girl
and you're
on a
like,
leash.
you're like, where's that tail plugged into? Like, you know, but you don't venture to guess.
I feel like that's it's not normal. It's a kink, but it's definitely a thing.
I think that's the point, is to show you how outrageous
and how desperate this woman is to get
woman is-
validation
yeah.
from anyone but herself.
it would be
It's
like
sad, but it's like this is America, people.
I mean, dude, honestly, it's kind of funny to me to watch the outrage happen, because I'm like, y'all people, I think maybe we know too much.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the fucked up ones. Like, maybe
Yeah.
it's like we're just so aware that we're like, yeah, it's a regular Tuesday night. What are you talking about?
Yeah, people be doing this all the time. I know a guy locally that's in the diaper play. Like, it's just something that we're just too aware.
There's a local guy in a diaper place. Not that weird, okay?
It's not that deep.
And they just want their diaper changed and they want to suck a binky. It's not that deep. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but the balloons, like choking on the balloons, I was grossed out. I was like, that's nasty. It's a gross scene. It freaked me out.
And I was like, that's real. People do that.
Yeah.
They swallow balloons and then they shit them out, which is
People
insane.
and you can die if they pop. It's educational.
It's education.
Also, watch the scene if you want to know how to do a sloppy. If you guys want to know how to give sloppy toppy.
Yup, we'll see you next time, people. And on that note, sloppy toppy is crazy.